Palpung Sherabling Monastery and all of its various aspects are started almost 30 years back because the original Palpung Sherabling Monastery, which was started at the 18th century. Actually, it's in 18th century by 8th Thai Situ. Since this monastery, Palpung Sherabling, became a very important seat, not only for Karma Kaju, but also for entire Marpa Kaju as well as Shangpa Kaju. And it is not only Kaju, but all of the 8 major lineage of Vajrayana Buddhism. Not only the Vajrayana Buddhism in the religious sense, but in the literature, history, art, and also astrology and medicine. And not only in Tibetan language, but also in Sanskrit language. And this way, the Palpung Sherabling became a very important seat for Renaissance of Vajrayana Buddhism and all the culture and heritage which is related with it, such as language, translation from Sanskrit to Tibetan, from Tibetan to Sanskrit, from Tibetan to Nepalese, and Nepalese to Tibetan, and also from Tibetan to Chinese, and from Chinese to Tibetan. So for all of these past almost 300 years, the Palpung Sherabling has been a very important seat, and it is actually beyond religion and beyond one language. It became universal seat for Renaissance. Now, since this seat, the Palpung Sherabling, has been disabled and almost totally destroyed, then the need for constructing a seat which represents the same thing became inevitable responsibility of me, because when I was 18 months old, I'm enthroned as the 12th Thai Situpa. So it is, whether I like it or not, it is my duty to uphold and continue the great legacy which is contributed by 8 Thai Situ, 9 Thai Situ, 10 Thai Situ, 11 Thai Situ. And not only that, before 8 Thai Situ, the seat of Thai Situpas are Karma Gun, and that is from 1st Thai Situ to 8th Thai Situ. But even before the 1st Thai Situ, during the time of Ndongun Rechen, then he became a very important master of the Karmagun, and later his incarnations became the head of the Karmagun monastery. And before Ndongun Rechen, then a great Tibetan master, such as Marpa Chuji Lodu, who went to India 3 times and who spent more than 21 years in India learning very sacred teachings, transmissions from great Indian Mahasiddhas such as Naropa and Maitripa, etc. And including Hey Vajra Tantra, he brought 13 main tantras and all of its practices, empowerments, and all the various aspects of those tantras, such as empowerment and meditation instruction, mandala, the sadhana, all of that he brought from India to Tibet. And this became the Marpa Kaju lineage. And now, prior to Marpa Lotsawa, great Bodhisattva Maitreya was coronated by Buddha Shakyamuni when he descended from Tushita heaven to earth to be the 4th Buddha of this eon among the 1,000 Buddha. And since then, in Tushita heaven, the Lord Maitreya, who is encrowned by Buddha Shakyamuni, is the Lord of Tushita. And so all of this became something that I have to uphold. I am what I am, I know, but at the same time, it is my duty towards Lord Maitreya, my duty towards Guru Padma Sambhava, my duty towards Marpa Lotsawa, my duty towards all the great masters from Dongren Rinchen to First Thai Situ, and from First Thai Situ, that is in 15th century, till 8th Thai Situ, that is in 18th century, from 8th Thai Situ to the 11th Thai Situ, so up to today. So it became my responsibility. With my capacity in all aspects, it has been very difficult because when I came here, I was 22 years old. And that time, there's no road, no electricity, no water, and nobody is here. So we have to start from absolutely zero. Absolute zero. And from there up to today, it is about 30 years, and actual construction work is actually about 29 years. And slowly, then this Dharma community has developed due to the very kind and very helpful hospitality of the people of India and government of India and local people here, the local Indian people, and also with very generous and dedicated and devoted support from Tibetans in India, as well as Indian Buddhist communities all over Himalaya, as well as Buddhist followers and friends throughout the world, from European continent, from American continent, from Southeast Asia, Southeast Asian countries, and then also Oceania, such as Australia, New Zealand, and other places, and also people from Africa. And all the generosity and kind support from all of these individuals and also some organizations. Then slowly, the Palpung Sherabling able to have some very basic facilities which we have today. What we have today is a community of monks and nuns, about 600 here, and then also we have several branches in different parts of India, and also several branch Dharma centers in some of the Southeast Asian countries, as well as some European countries, as well as American countries, partly Canada and United States. And these centers are directly affiliated with the Palpung Sherabling Monastery, and there's many other centers which are related with the Palpung congregation, which is not exactly and not necessarily under the administration of the Palpung Sherabling Monastery, but historically connected, established by great masters who originated from the Palpung Monastery, especially since the 8th Taisitu and 9th Taisitu, 10th Taisitu and 11th Taisitu. So I take this responsibility with great honor to serve the Buddha, and also great honor to serve the humanity. I don't see there's any difference between serving Buddha and serving humanity. I believe in the essence of every living beings as well as everything that is perceived by them. For me, according to my lineage, everything is sacred. Therefore, when I look at other religions such as Hinduism, Christian, Judaism, Islam, all of these religions, actually it is impossible for me to say that they're not coming from the same sources. I describe every religion as of the humanity, by the humanity, for the humanity. Because it is a human being who described the God. And he discovered the God. And it is the human being who became the Buddha. It is the human being who received the message from the God, and also it is a human being who received the teaching from the Buddha. And therefore, always it involves human being as a recipient who received it, and then who heard it and then spread it for the benefit of all the living creatures by the human being. So it is for the betterment of every single human being, as well as every single living creatures. It is for the benefit of all of them. The benefit is very simple. The true benefit for all living being is to be free, to be happy, to be free from suffering. You and I can never find one single living creature in the entire existence who don't like to be happy and who like to suffer. You can never find. Therefore, it is the ultimate happiness and ultimate freedom which have no limitation. That is what we as a Buddhist call Buddhahood. And I think that can be described as also salvation. And everything that is involved in building a monastic community such as this one, it is for this purpose, not for any other purposes. I also have great interest in building hospitals and schools, and also providing people ideas so that they can have a better, innovative, a creative commerce, so that people will make money as well as they will not destroy the environment. And it will benefit everyone. So I have interest in all of these. But my interest is one thing, and my duty is another thing. My duty is to build monastery, to preserve the sacred lineage, and that is my duty. And of course, when my duty is fulfilled, then I definitely wanted to also put effort in the other direction, which is to assist humanity in a relative, temporary sort of manner. For example, if you build a hospital, you can make people have less pain when they're sick. And you can help them to live another 10 years longer or 20 years longer. When you build a hospital, that is what it is. And when you build a school, then you can provide people education. So the person will be able to hold his or her head high and take care of themselves, rather than become a dependent person. The person become independent, self-sufficient. Person can function by herself or himself. And that is what education provides. You make a good human being, able human being. And when it comes to economy, it is also the same thing. Because entire humanity is in need of something all the time. But as a responsible entrepreneur, one should really think very clearly that what they want is really what they need. And is it really good for them? Is it really good for them, or it is harmful for them? So you create some kind of service for demand, which will be helpful and beneficial for the humanity, not harmful to the humanity, and which will not exploit the environment and resources, so that the entire humanity can benefit from it, not just one group of humanity, the one who uses it and one who provides it, and others who are going to be there in the future when we are gone. And we have to have everything for them as well. We cannot use up everything and then next generation have nothing. That is irresponsible. So this way I describe this as an active peace, because I don't believe in passive peace. Do nothing and everything will be okay. I don't believe in that. Because if you do nothing, then others will do everything. So everything will happen and you do nothing, that's all. So active peace means if we do necessary things, put effort and safeguard with a very strong, clear, conscientious, responsible perception and principle, then one can really benefit the humanity. At the same time, oneself also will have a very, very successful life. But I'm telling you this because many times I have this strong urge to do things such as build hospitals, build school, build orphanages, and all these things. I have a very strong urge. But first I have to complete my responsibility. That is to continue the legacy of all the great Thai Situpas. Because I like it or not, when I was 18 months old, I'm enthroned as 12th Thai Situ. And that is what my life is all about. And I have dedicated my entire life for this legacy. And thank you very much for all of you for doing everything that you have done to support my work. And I'm also very, very sincerely wishing to express all of you who have supported all of the great works of other great persons. I'm not saying I'm a great person, but I represent a great person. And I do the job of a great person. And I try to uphold and cherish the duty of great person and great lineage. But there's so many great people doing lots of wonderful things in Buddhism as well as in other religions. I really thank you all on behalf of everybody who gets a benefit. From my heart, I wanted to thank you all for making all of their great aspirations come to reality. And then, last but not least, I wanted to thank you all for helping me also. Thank you. Thank you very much.